Hey Jubilee fam, I want to update you on a couple things. First of all, the Next Resource Initiative. For those who don't know, 3 years ago we launched something called the Next Resource Initiative, which was a response of faith to step boldly into the future that God had for us. We just got finished celebrating 20 glorious years of God's faithfulness. But we knew that we couldn't just be grateful for our past, but we had to step boldly into our future. And so God had put in some things on our heart, things around adoption and foster care, church planting, as well as improving existing facilities and buying a new one for our Kirkwood location to better serve our people and the people God has called us to reach in all of our locations. And your response was amazing. More than 200 households committed just over $1.3 million. And so far, we've received $1,152,234, which is absolutely amazing. And because of that, we've helped nearly 20 families in the adoption and foster care process. We have helped support 2 church plants, one in San Francisco, and of course one in Kansas City with Dylan Neely. We've improved our existing facilities, got a little bit more work to do there, but we're better able to serve people, and we broke ground for a new facility in Kirkwood. It's just been amazing. And a couple things about that. Number one, we were going to celebrate that, have a big next Sunday, this Sunday on May the 3rd. But we're postponing that to when we can meet in person and give more detail about what God is doing in the future. Also, just to say, for reasons out of their control, some have not been able to fulfill their commitment, so we wanted to give more time for that as well. And so we're leaving that next fund open to the rest of the year. Now, the other thing I wanted to update you on is just what we're thinking in terms of reopening. We've got lots of questions about that. And the state of Missouri is opening up on Monday, May the 4th. It's different for St. Louis County and St. Louis City. That is tentatively mid-May, but still unsure. And of course, if you go around the nation, different states are opening up at different times, depending, where you're at in the country. And just to say, one thing I would just hope that we'd all understand is that there is no one-size-fits-all approach. And there's a lot of factors to consider, and we are considering those at the moment. Just to say that we were quick to go online. We won't be as quick to get back in person. We'll probably take these steps very carefully, even though we are very anxious to meet. We're very anxious to get back to meeting in person because online is great. God's doing amazing things as we continue to serve people online through phone calls, texts, and all that kind of stuff. It's amazing. Thank God for technology, but it does not replace being in person. It's important for us, but it's also important for the people that we serve, especially the hurting, the poor, and the marginalized who do not have access to internet and need the in-person meeting. So we're anxious to do that, but we also realize that that even when the state or when our city or county allows us to meet, there are things that we need to be prepared for and to make sure that we are taking every precaution. So you can have confidence that when we do reopen, we'll be ready for it. And we're not quite there yet, but we are making plans, and we'll continue to update you on those plans. But in the meantime, I hope that you just don't have the attitude of getting through in this season, but I do hope you have the attitude of breaking through. God is on the move, even though the physical doors of the church have closed. The real church never closes, and God wants to do a work in us and through us. And I just want to invite you to continue. I want to invite you to continue to allow that God to do that work in you, especially if there's fear and anxiety and worry around the idea of the disease itself or the economy or whatever it is, and allow God to finish that work in you. He's not just wanting to get you through; He wants to have a breakthrough in your life, and so let Him have that. Let that breakthrough happen in your life. Maybe it's a breakthrough of faith, a rediscovery of hope, or a new passion to love other people in ways that you've never before. I love you. I miss you. I'm praying for you. God bless you.